Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bailey.
And I'm Raquel.
And this is the Whole Shebang Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Whole Shebang Podcast. Today's episode is episode 36, where we're going to be talking about murder mysteries. Parties.
Yes, the party kind. We did promise this in a previous episode.
We did. So I am a big fan of murder mystery parties, and I have hosted quite a few and have had a ton of fun.
You mean 3? We've done 3.
Fine. I've hosted a few.
Bailey, so what is a murder mystery party?
So a murder mystery party is a party where you get together with a bunch of your friends and you can buy kits. Everyone gets assigned a character, and they usually have a little booklet of lines or sayings that the character has. And the only person that usually knows who is the murderer is the host and the character that you give the booklet to. So sometimes you give the booklets in advance, sometimes you give the booklets day of, and people don't know who the murderer is until the very end. But yeah, basically it's a party that you can invite your friends to. There are pretty big ones too. Like you can have up to 25 people at some of these murder mystery parties. So
we had a good group the first one.
We did. And you know what? I find for the murder mysteries, the more in character you get, the funner the party is. And so I've been dying to have another one.
I think it could be fun. We should do one in the summer.
I have one in mind, actually, that I've been wanting to do.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a masquerade.
Oh, that would be fun. Let's do that. Just have to avoid wedding season.
Yeah, so if you don't leave in August this time, if we do it beginning of September.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I won't know until August.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've had a few murder mysteries and I just find them fun.
You know, we do have a party tent now, which we got for Judy's bridal shower.
See, I was hoping to do the masquerade murder mystery in October because I would want it to be a little bit darker and then everyone comes sort of near dusk. But
I see.
Right. You're not here.
Well, actually, I might be. I'll be there in November.
That's cold. We have 2 months where we live that has decent-ish weather.
It's true.
Usually.
Yeah, we'll work something out because I'm not planning a bridal shower this year. So
yeah, let's plan a murder mystery. I had actually an Amazon cart filled with things that I wanted for the masquerade. But yeah, I've hosted murder mysteries. I started in high school hosting them. And our first one was kind of like a medieval fantasy. I think it was grade 10 because I had found one and it was, I believe, in lieu of my birthday party.
It was your birthday party, I think.
Yeah. So we hosted a murder mystery and we all got to.
My favorite one. I also liked one of the other ones we did, but I was the host for that one and I did not enjoy being the host as much as I did.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun if you're not the host.
Yeah. But let's talk about the first one that you did because your parents pretty much ran it for us.
Yeah, so that one I got my aunts and uncles.
Your whole family was involved. It was like a full thing, and apparently there's a recording of it somewhere.
And it was awesome. Yeah, my cousin did record it. So it was like a medieval murder mystery party. So we tried to do food.
It wasn't quite medieval. It was
yeah. It was a fantasy one though, wasn't it?
No, not that one.
Not that one. Okay.
It was 1900s,
early 1900s though.
Because one of our friends was a show girl.
But I remember the food because my grandma is an avid hunter and her boyfriend go up and they hunt wild boar in Texas. So we had wild boar meat. because I was like, well, let's be sort of authentic.
It was like a fancy, almost Victorian-esque vibed party.
Yeah, so we had wild boar meat. I know we had like fruit trays. Do you remember any of the other food we had?
I don't remember any of the food.
Oh,
I just
I remember the
how
wild boar because everyone kept on asking me what it was, and I was like, oh, well, I don't.
I just remember being mad that I was not the killer, even though it was really set up that I should have been. And I'm really pissy because the killer's reason for actually being the killer was so ridiculously stupid.
It was.
It was that he insulted her dress.
Mm-hmm. But I think my uncle had a great time because he was the murder victim.
And he like lied in the field, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he lied in the field like dead.
Because we got the invite to your party, because you're like birthday party sleepover as well, because we did a sleepover after. It wasn't just the murder mystery. But each of us got handed out papers, and each of us had like a character description.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to match the theme of the character. I just remember mine was like very irritatingly over the top with her flamboyant dress, but very proper lady.
Yes. And I remember, so we set out tables and I had a tablecloth and then we had things to go over things.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were sitting around the table eating, we had to say the lines. Yeah, because you get a script and there's certain things that you have to mention to certain people.
Mm-hmm.
So
did we have name tags for that one too, or was that just the other one?
I think we had name tags, or we went around saying who we were.
Yeah, our friends go all out for those things too. And we get our friends together for that kind of thing, like full costume, like no one holds back.
Oh, yeah. No one was in regular clothing. We were all in character outfits and everyone was playing their characters. It was a lot of fun.
We take it very seriously. It's a very serious operation.
It's a lot of fun when people come, though, and they're in the character.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was like we were invited technically by the host, who was your mother, to a garden party, and then your uncle ended up dying near the beginning of the garden party, and we all had to go and be like shocked about it. And then some of us had to say certain things when we realized there was a body to try to like prove our innocence. And then we sat in a circle and we all like went through, well, oh, what's your excuse? Like, did you kill him? What's your reasoning? And even I was convinced that I was the killer. My character was like blackmailed by this man and like had so much motive. Like, didn't he cheat on me or something ridiculous? Like,
something.
My character had every reason to be the killer, and I was like, I gotta be the killer. Because at the end, we went through and everybody puts, you know, their name down and who they think the killer is. I put myself. I was like, I better be the killer at this point.
I'm pretty sure most of us put you. I don't think anyone guessed.
Right. Because her whole, like, she barely interacted with this individual. There's no motive whatsoever except that he insulted her. I'm still mad about it a little. It's been over a decade and I'm angry.
But that was the first one and it was fun.
Yeah, the second one was the Hawaii one.
Yes. So the second one did not turn out as good. And because the first one was so much fun, I did decide to have another one. And I believe that was in grade 11. Yeah. I think that was the year after. I was going to host them. I hosted them every year through high school.
I think the problem with the second one was that half the people couldn't make it.
No one could really make it. And then we were going to be doing it outside, but I remember it not being great weather.
And we were inside. I just remember tormenting your parents' poor dog who peed when you touched her.
She got very excited whenever anyone touched her, so she peed.
All breezy.
But I remember, rest in peace. But I remember I went all out for it too. I remember the food because I was cooking a lot of the food. And so for this one, I went to the grocery store. I bought coconuts. I was making all this coconut Hawaiian themed.
I do remember wearing leis and like hula skirts.
Yes, and I did have leis and hula skirts, but unfortunately, we weren't able to do anything. I had tiki torches too and citronella candles because we were going to go outside and have like a Hawaiian luau, you know? But It was raining, if I remember correctly, or it was gonna thunderstorm or rain. We ended up sitting in a circle in my dining room in chairs, and then half the people didn't show up.
So we each had to play 2 characters because when we purchased the murder mystery, they have a set amount of people, and some people are like filler characters where you don't have to have them. But there are like so many certain characters that you absolutely have to have. And I feel like when you bought them, that one needed X many of characters and not enough people were there to play them all. So we were all playing 2 or 3 characters.
Yeah. So that one wasn't as fun.
It was a flop.
Yeah.
But then we redeemed it.
We did. And you know what? The first one and the last one that we did were, like, as we just said, the second one was a flop, but we did do them good twice.
Yeah, and the last one I definitely took over.
Yeah, you hosted the last one, basically.
Why did I host that one, Bailey?
I don't know.
You were at my house when we purchased it, because we were like, let's do another murder mystery, and you asked me if I would help, and I was like, yeah, I'll help, sure. And we were going through, because there's the whole website, and you can just pick them, and we're like, let's be witches. It's us, of course, we're witches. So then we were reading through this murder mystery thing, and I just so happened to read slightly faster than you do, and it told you right there who the killer was, so I grabbed that laptop from you before you could read it, and I was like, I have to host this, and you're not allowed to read any of the host's lines, and you were really mad at me about it, and I was like, no, it reveals who the killer is, and now it's ruined for you. So I ruined it for myself, because, spoiler alert, the host was the killer, and I was like, if I'm gonna have it ruined, I should save Bailey from that.
Appreciated.
Because then there's not like 2 of us who already know, out of a group of, I think we were, 8?
Everyone did show up to this one.
And we did have to ask one of our friends if it was okay if we killed them halfway through and put them in a ghost costume.
So we did, and then we threw a sheet over them.
And they were a good sport, and they got a sheet with a hole and took pictures. And we did that one at the shack in your backyard.
So my dad has this shack, which is AKA like a man cave. And I said, hey, Dad, can we host our witchy thing in the man cave? Because it doesn't really have any power. So we went all out for that, though. He still has that owl. Do you remember the owl that we got for that?
Yeah.
It's still on the man cave.
Well, like, I own a lot of witchy things already. And I think you were already starting to accumulate witchy things. And we had like fabrics, like Halloween decorations, and we just like put it all out everywhere, and we had like the tarot cards and the potion bottles, and
and then I went and I bought a fog machine for that murder mystery, so we were able to run an extension cord from the house, I think, and plug the fog machine in, so that while we were in the man shed or whatever, it was just pitch. It was black and you could see the fog rising.
We had like the battery powered candles.
Yeah, I think we had that too. And yeah, we decorated it all
a lot. And then everybody showed up, because that one I remember a bit more clearly, I think, because I was more involved with it. But each character was like, because it was a witch theme, we were all witches coming together in a coven, and each witch was a different theme. I don't remember what my theme was, but there was like an earth witch or water witch, and like everyone had a different type. I think yours spoke to animals.
Yeah, mine spoke to animals because I remember putting paw prints.
Yeah, I remember yours. I don't remember mine. But like, that was fun.
Yeah.
And then after, the best photo of me ever taken what happened with your horse.
Yeah. One of my horses at the time wouldn't take photos very well with me, but
loved me.
With you. She's also gone. Not dead, just sold. So
wow.
That picture was the last straw, man. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think it was Buddy that I was with, not Irish. He's
well
gone.
Then R.I.P. Buddy is gone in the R.I.P. way. Unfortunately, he was a
horse. Yes, he was. He was the baby of the horse I rode during horseback riding lessons, because, small town.
He was a good horse.
He was nice.
Well, he was good as long as you didn't look at everything else. So He was a good lawn ornament. He was. And so those ended up being our 3 murder mystery parties, and I have been dying to have another one. But
I think you've talked about it like every year since.
But what happened was we all graduated from high school and we all went our different ways. And then my friend group went from the 8 people down to 4 in town, like 3. And it's hard to host a murder mystery with 3 people.
As we discovered the second time we did it.
Right. So it's been a while coming, but I've really wanted to host another one. And now I have even more friends.
But are they going to show up for that?
The barn ones, yes.
Would they?
My barn friends, they were right excited when I told them I wanted to do it. So I told them about the masquerade. So I know I at least have like 2 or 3 people from there that would come.
Are you providing the masquerade masks or do we have to bring our own?
See, that would be my question because each mask I feel would be different for the character.
So this would be a great time to wait until near Halloween when the stores are open with Halloween decor.
See, that's what I was thinking. However, Amazon does exist and we can get Halloween stuff off Amazon any time of year and Party City. So yes, I do want my next murder mystery to be a masquerade. And I did choose one.
I think late summer would be nice when your garden is all flowers.
I am just looking up the masquerade murder mystery. Because there was also another one that I wanted to do, which was an asylum.
Oh.
Like an asylum murder mystery.
I think that's too realistic.
Yeah, at this point, eh?
I think all of us would start having like really bad trauma. Here's my straight coat, my jacket.
I also find it interesting how I say interesting a lot. God, that's annoying. I find it fun. I don't have a large vocabulary, but I have some other words. To see how the murder mysteries have evolved. So I will read you the masquerade murder, the synopsis. The year is 1755, and it's carnival season in Venice. Time for the masquerade ball. A chance for rich and poor, old and young to come together, everyone to be equal for a night. But when everyone is hiding their identity, it can be hard to know who you are talking to. The question on everyone's lips is who is the figure in red, seen conversing with several guests, but no one admits to knowing them. A glass smashes and the figure is found dead on the floor. Who were they? And why did someone want them dead? It's your job to find out. And so now with the murder mysteries I'm finding, you can order them online.
Yeah.
And you print off like your host book and your guest books, but they also provide you audio and video files for certain ones.
I feel like that would make a really interesting YouTube video.
It would.
Gotta get those consent forms.
Everyone's
welcome to my murder mystery. Please sign your name on this consent form so we can post it on the Whole Shebang.
But yeah, they give you everything. So they'll give you like the invitations. Usually when you buy the kits and you get them sent to you, because you can have a digital file or you can have them send you the whole pack. And the whole pack will include the individual invitations that you can send out, which I'm old fashioned. I like it that way a lot better.
Yeah.
Because when someone receives, it's a little bit more immersive when you get a letter.
Even if you're just going up to them, like if you go to the bar and you're like, hey, everybody who's here, here's my invites.
Yeah. RSVP type thing.
Yeah.
And then, it also gives you like costume suggestions. And usually when you pick characters for that, you're trying to pick personality traits to certain characters. And then, the game ballot book. So everyone votes at the end. So I'm really looking forward to this masquerade.
So I should bring a ball gown back to our city when I come back?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I did not read this the first time. It is a random murderer. It's replayable with a different outcome.
Well, that's nice. And then you don't have to spoil it for yourself.
Yeah.
How many people?
So a lot of these games, you can choose how many people. So this one, you can do 4 to 8, 4 to 14, or 4 to 20. Well, so you need at least 4 people to play.
Well, we know 4 people.
We know 4 people, and I do know 4 people that will come.
We are 2 people. Judy will get roped into it. Sorry, Judy.
Mm-hmm. And Vicky will get roped into it.
Yeah.
And then we can rope in her husband.
Yes, Vicky's husband for sure. I don't know about Judy's.
I don't think Judy's will be the videographer.
Oh yeah, he would definitely come and take pictures and things for us.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Judy, tell your husband he has a job.
And then I could drag my partner to it.
Yes.
And then I have at least 3 people we can get from the barn to go. Mm-hmm. And then for other people, I do know that some if we were going outside of the box and we wanted to invite other people that we don't know.
No.
But we could definitely do it with the group that's here.
I was going to say, if you did it in July, Judy's sister-in-law will be in town.
I think she'd enjoy that.
I think so too.
I think that would be fun.
But we'd have to plan it around like their busy schedule.
Yeah, and I'm gone at the end of July as well. So,
yep.
And then we can't do it at the beginning of August because we have a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we'll fiddle around with dates, but I am definitely thinking that this murder mystery has to happen this year because as you said, I have been talking about it for years, probably since we graduated high school, and that was however many years ago now.
Too many?
Yeah, too many. So something needs to happen. I've only teased this for the past 3 years to people.
Weren't you at one point going to rent out a space for this?
Yeah, I was going to rent out a hall and then decorate the hall and be able to have the food there and stuff. But now I think that I own a home and I can host people in my yard. Mm-hmm. We can have a fire for the masquerade party, and then I'll have my gardens and my pond and everything all set, and
can bring over my mother's garden table again.
Yeah. But I think that would be just nice. We could put torches up everywhere, some solar lanterns.
Yay, cooking gluten-free and possibly vegan.
Yep.
That's fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Murder Mysteries.
Let me just double check my questions. Yeah, I think that was all my questions.
So let us know if you guys have ever played a murder mystery. Which one was your favorite?
Or if you want us to write one together, we could do that sometime.
Are we going to make it a playable game?
It could be where one of the characters is a talking snail and another one is a professor.
We were going to write a murder mystery party, and it was focused on the 7 deadly sins.
Yes, that was me.
Mm-hmm. And we were going to do. I still think that would be fun.
Where each person is a sin.
Yeah, I know. And we had that idea before that even came out.
I know, right? Imagine if we knew somebody who was actually good at animation. We could have our own animation studio.
Vicky took animation.
I could be a writer. Not a very good one, but I could do one.
Hey, my partner's dabbled in animation. I'm pretty sure we can bully her into doing it.
This is going to be on the internet.
I'll just whine at her a lot.
Okay.
Please, can you do this?
Time to sign off before you get yourself in more trouble.
Yeah. I mean, I have a cousin who's into pyrotechnics too, if we need it.
You also have a cousin who does videography, and he never gave us the video, so.
I don't even think he'll have it anymore.
Want to know what happened to it so badly.
Okay, if I see him, I will ask him.
Yeah, that's your job.
I haven't seen him in years, but I will ask him if I see him.
I feel like I've seen him.
Yeah, because he lives in Toronto, where you are.
Yeah, and he was living with a friend of ours, and I went to her house and I saw him.
Why didn't you ask him?
But years ago, I wasn't thinking about it.
I'm usually not thinking about it. Anyway, we'll sign off now. Let us know your thoughts. And like always, check out all of our social media. Plugins are down below or wherever you find them on your screen.
Down below.
And yeah, cheers, guys. That's all for today. Catch us on Instagram, where we drop teasers for the next show, and our Discord account. Links are down below.